Alright everybody, welcome back to another Sercacraft video, or session pretty much. It is I, Xilestar, and today we're going to be looking at the old versions of Sercacraft. I said I was going to do this last time. I got everything to be perfectly fine the way that we have it at the original thing, so let's get started. I want to show off the original Sercacraft world, the 1.13.0 world, so let's go dive straight on in there. So this was where pretty much you would spawn normally, so you'd be spawning right here. I'm lagging a little bit for some odd reason. Why am I lagging? Why is my thing not popping up? Oh, it's not. Yeah, weird. I shouldn't be lagging. So yeah, so this was pretty much my two pretty much homes that I mostly stayed at. This was the one that I originally started off with. This was a ship that I called Sercacraft. It looks very bad. I uploaded it to, I think an old version of it on, I think it was Planet Minecraft for the spaceship contest or something like that. Because I thought it looked really, really nice looking, and it really does. It does look pretty nice. The only thing that was kind of weird about it was that it has these sharp edges, which I can't really technically remove because it's so well, like, in there kind of thing that as soon as you get rid of it, it doesn't look good anymore. So I sort of had to keep it like this basic shape kind of thing. And this was pretty much a normal style looking ship, like pretty much when you entered through the inside. Oh, it didn't keep everything. Yeah, it didn't keep the insides. Well, I should have checked a little bit further in. Yeah. Okay. So something apparently happened to the structure at some point. Yeah, everything is gone, yeah. Except for the furnaces, but I didn't really expect that. So, yeah. Oh, some of the chests survived. I don't know why the upstairs ones didn't. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so a lot of this has indeed changed. This was the original, well, not the original one. I'm going to have to go back far for that one, but for the most part, this was the original one that I started off with Sercacraft for a long time before, in between 1.13.2 to 1.14, I switched over to this one. This is known as Reva Base. It's supposed to be slightly bigger than this one, but this was actually Mark III, not actually Mark 1. I can show you guys what Mark 1 is very shortly. So this was pretty much, you'll pretty much recognize it. It's pretty much Reza Base, just without the cool features that Reza Base has. Like, it doesn't have a pillar here to create light and create like sort of a separation kind of thing, and it doesn't have cool detail blocks. This is what it originally looked like, except for there used to be, oh that's right, 1.13 had a weird thing where it wouldn't spawn in beds, and I think it was missing some stuff as well. Yeah, and this is what it originally looked like down the hall. See, now this makes it, see, the original idea for this was that you would originally go down this hall and you'd stop at where you wanted to be, at the alchemy area, the storage area, or the farm. But the way that it looked from when you get from the stairs to over here, it looks like a really long hallway. Now, even with my potion, it looks even longer, but even if we were to, I think if you go to FOV 30, it still looks really, really long. So that's why I decided to sort of change that whole like timeline or time frame kind of thing, where I just decided to just shrink the thing instead. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. And that's why I decided to sort of change it. Okay, why is it that I see it here? Which is what's throwing me off. Is it that? Oh, okay. So oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see why, okay. Yeah, so then there's also a couple secrets back here. Nothing too, like, this one wasn't really too, like, glamorous to look at. I definitely understand that. Like, this was the original, like, Reva base slash Raza base, pretty much. It doesn't look very nice at all. This was the one that I pretty much carried over throughout, I think, a lot of it, I think. But let's go towards the other one, which is all the way over here. I moved it back because I only had one base here. I didn't have 3 of them. I think I even moved the Sercacraft from the original area. Also, there's a small base. Yeah, there's the small base. I built a small little base during single player. I have no idea why I'm lagging. It's weird. I shouldn't be lagging at all. Here we go. So this is the small little base I made. Not really too glamorous looking, to be honest. I might have to restart Minecraft again. I don't know. We'll brave through it for the rest of this, and then I'll restart, because it might have been because I started off a different game and it's just being very finicky with what it wants to do. Because I don't even have the server loaded up, because I'll load that up when we're ready to go. Because it doesn't take that long for it to load up. It takes about 5 seconds, and that should be pretty easy to do. Before we get over there, this was a side project that I wanted to do. This is a small island with no actual entrance. The only way you can actually enter is through a sign under here, which will teleport you up here. And then there's a sign, I think, here or something like that. They'll teleport you above the surface, so it'll teleport you right above here. And yeah, it's a small little thing, nothing really too big, pretty much. It's just a small little. And now we're going to get towards the final area, the glamorous original Reva base. So I'm going to show you guys the original terrain kind of thing, so you get to see exactly what I wanted to do for this like area, because it was, or for this original build, because it was supposed to look a lot better than this. And from this, pretty much, I created that ship right there. I sort of, yeah, you can pretty much see exactly what's going on in the area, pretty much, around this. I don't know what's going on. Is there something weird going on in the background? Let's see if I can... see if I set the limit to like 60 and see if that changes anything, because I think it might be trying to get a higher frame rate. Nope, it's just fighting itself again. Okay, whatever. I'll change it back to unlimited maybe after this. So yeah, pretty much I was going to do the same thing with the signs over here, where you have one that'll teleport you down and another one that'll teleport you up, and then keep doing that for out the rest of them until you start getting towards like the one that won't be able to be like adjacent to a room. Like there would be one here where you'll be able to teleport through the wall kind of thing. And same thing with, I think, this one as well. Or this one, you'll be able to teleport through the wall and be here, and then the top one, you'll be able to teleport and be on this little balcony area over here. So another thing is that this was supposed to be the original Reva base, which means that it has to have a spawn point for a Sercacraft. So that's what this little box is about, is that it's supposed to spawn in the Sercacraft pretty much in there. And that's pretty much what that is. And I thought I did a pretty good job of trying to make it look really nice. Now that I look at it, I think I did do a decent job of making it look as pretty as possible. But now it's time to pretty much show off the original terrain, and then I'll restart Minecraft. Where is the area? Ah, here it is. So this is the original area. Ignore the bee that's right there. I recreated it from this version, so it's going to be like a really weird looking, especially since there's going to be bees running around. But this was the where Reva base was, / where Sercacraft was as well. I demolished this entire island area to fit my sort of need for my ship to be pretty much pretty much unattackable from like being able to just jump here and land on it and go, oh, I can invade the aircraft, pretty much. Yeah, now that I know where it is. Okay, the mountain isn't weirdly new. Okay, I thought that base that I had over here was actually originally like over in this area, and I thought that 1.16 changed the generation again. And I was like, what? How did that happen? But no, I'm wrong. Yay. And then the last thing is this. So I'm going to check Task Manager and see if there's anything that's going wrong with it. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just being weird. Either that or something's running and it shouldn't. Sure, I'll get rid of that. Actually, we'll see if that speeds it up. Probably not. So over here, we have the original Revabase Island. So this was actually the original pretty much piece of land that it was at. So pretty much I got rid of all the trees. I think I also got rid of all the mob spawning areas, and I tried sculpting it piece by piece, trying to fit where I wanted things. And I think that that's where the problem was that I was trying to mold it, and I think that I did a terrible job at keeping the same sort of atmosphere for it. So yeah, that ended up happening to be, so pretty much the end result is exactly what ended up happening. So I don't think I put it in the right area. Yeah, I think I kept it like above here, but that's not actually true. It was actually still over there. And I think I settled in here for about 3 days, I think, or something like that, before I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go move back to over there. I think I kept nestling back over there and just kept staying there and just never actually left. But yeah, like I really wanted to go and work on this island again, actually do it justice this time instead of anything else. But the only thing is that it's a really difficult, like it looks very weird to actually work with because of the fact that it's not that it's fine, but that it's got like a sharp edge like here to work with, and it's also got like a flat surface here that I want to sort of shave off. But that's exactly what I did the first time, is I shaved this off, then I started molding it around that fact to make it more round instead of flat. And I think that that's where I failed to sort of keep the same image. But yeah, so I'm going to be right back and wait until I restart Minecraft and start the recording again. So yeah, I'll be right back for a second. Alright, we are back, and I just restarted Minecraft, so let's go with 1.14, the latest of the version. So this is the version where we started to actually use data packs. So let's go. So I was trying to find a location, and I think we're there. Yeah. So let's go and skip this location real quick. We're going to go back to where I was originally at. Maybe my computer's just being chuggy for today. I don't know why. I don't know. It's doing weird shit. STP 498. Oh, no, that's not 4. That's a 1. That's a 1 right there. 498 483. Negative 498 again. 943, and this should be where I ended off for the most part. Yeah, my computer's just doing weird shenanigans again. Okay. I started it not too long ago either, so it shouldn't be that either. Whatever. So this ended up being the brand new aircraft that's not actually called Revacraft anymore. This actually became Sercacraft. And this sort of inspired me to change Base just to turn it into Base. So the reason why this is different than the original was that it actually had a different engine design in the back. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So back to the original, if you saw, it had a quad engine kind of thing in the back. Sort of show off something to actually make it move. Whereas if the original world, if I could stop clicking on buttons, or maybe it's Spectre, I have no idea, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Or maybe it's OBS, I don't know. Because it was literally fine earlier. I was trying to actually find all the locations again. So the original engine for Revacraft was literally this, which is not really good. But the original engine, pretty much every one of the... Can my shift actually work? There we go. So every one of the redstone lamps and the glowstone would actually be the engine. The difference is that I think I need more light rather than actually show off that it actually has an engine. So I think that that's exactly why that there are redstone lamps in the glowstone instead of the alternative, which was supposed to be magma. So there's that. And the other thing was that this wasn't my original location. This was actually I think my third location. So this actually became my new base for I grew to love it. It's an amazing base. It's small, it's quiet, it's got a lot of pretty much unique qualities that I really like about it. So yeah. So it's got its own few secrets kind of thing. It's got a lot of command blocks. I'm not going to go into more details about that. I might just do like more of a tour video pretty much for one Sercacraft session and put it all in one kind of thing. Or name it like Minecraft, Sercacraft, Revabase and all that kind of stuff, tour kind of thing. I don't think I'm going to do that again. Maybe I'll make another one for Razabase and Varacol and stuff like that. But yeah. So this pretty much became my main base for 1.14 for I think a while. I think I originally started off with Revacraft and decided to just give it a tune-up. So I decided to sort of get rid of most of the moldings and try and give it some shape above the top, which is what these little lamps are for. They're supposed to give it some shape and, you know, makes it look really nice. I also added more stairs here just to give it more of a sort of an edge kind of thing. I would really love if Minecraft would have like slabs that are sort of tilted like a wall kind of thing. I know they have wall blocks, but they pretty much just act like fences, and I really like that. But I would really like something like that. And all of these actually do have a trigger. One of them triggers, I think, a Bad Omen. The other one, I think, triggers, what is it called? Hero of the Village, I think. And then the other two are pretty much to locate entities and then pretty much kill entities. So pretty much this was the original idea of it, was that I would start, let's say this one would start off the raid, start it off. Then when it says that they're here, I just do a locate, and then I do kill. And no, sorry, one doesn't locate. Or maybe one, I don't know. I know one locates, I think one TPs items and all that stuff over there. So this was pretty much my original village where I got a lot of ideas to sort of protect it. So I ended up going with a 1-block wall specifically just for the protection, so though none of the raiders would actually get in. But actually there is a way for them to actually get in. There's this giant entrance area over here that I have. And this is pretty much the only way you can actually get in. Other than that, there's no other ways of getting in. Like, it's a pretty, like, not thick wall, but it's a pretty tall wall. Where I think I made sure that it was always 3, 4, or 5 blocks kind of thing. 3 to 5 blocks taller than the area itself. So, very good. I think this area was the one where I made sure that it was tall enough, but there's nothing above that can actually get in here. And I think the first thing I did in this village before I constructed the wall was built a little established base over here, just so though like I had something to work around kind of thing, or work with. And I think I put a trap. No, it's not a trapdoor. It's a chest. Okay, never mind. And then there was just one villager house over here, which I think got the villager killed. I think really quickly. Yeah, he's pretty much dead. And the reason why I didn't actually make like a wall tall enough to sort of surround this is because it's not easily traversable. Like, look at that. You need a jump potion to be able to traverse that enough so that you can be able to get up here. So I thought that would be fine. As long as I lit it up enough, it should be fine. This was pretty much a giant trade center, pretty much, with archers running in here and creating a bunch of snow. I think there is a command for me to actually not have them generate snow, but that wouldn't be fun at all. So this was a cactus farm. I forget if it even works. I think I was just testing around, or maybe it does. I don't know. I was testing around, and I think it did or didn't work. I don't know. I was building some design that I thought might work. Over here is the area spawns in a bunch of items. So this was the old version, so this has like all the same generation, no methods kind of thing. So this pretty much spawns all items, or not spawns all items, but spawns them up in this chest over here, and pretty much you can collect and grab them at your own leisure kind of thing. This one is actually kind of different. So if you were to grab the same color pickaxe, in the case of 1.16, that's netherite. In the case of 1.15 and 14, so on, or beforehand, we had a enchanted diamond pickaxe with silk touch would actually give you food. Now you have a chance of getting the enchanted golden apple. It's the rarest, I believe. I might have to change the loot table because I think it's still pretty high. I think it's like at the 30,000 like this one used to be, so I think I might have to change that. But yeah, but this was because like a lot of us hated to breed and such, and we just wanted to get the food, and we didn't really care about the experience for it. Or if we wanted the experience, we could just do it. And if we wanted to do the killing to get a bonus experience, we can do that. But we were really like just needing food, so I decided to do this. So I think I could probably change it into shears instead, so it's much easier to get a hold of. But right now, I'm just gonna stick with that. This is a larger collection room. So this has a bunch of diamond, a bunch of iron, a bunch of gold, a bunch of everything. Yeah, it's like I went pretty hard in paint for this area. Let's see here. I don't think there's anything else over here except for I built a carrot farm which kept getting trampled by mobs. I don't think there's anything else over here. I think it's over here that we want to pretty much talk about. So over here, I never really did get into the groove of chorus fruits. I think I noticed them in, I think it was 1.9, I think is when they were released. I think I noticed them, looked at them, and ate one of the fruits, and I don't think it teleported me at all for some reason, but I looked at the hunger that it gave, and I went, I don't care anymore. I don't care about this thing anymore. And then I think I just tossed it away kind of thing, and just forgot about it. But then I think back when this was first created, I was watching videos, and they were saying like, oh, chorus fruit's pretty good, and I thought, really? And I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, it actually is a pretty decent item, so I decided to go for it. So hooray. So that's the end result of that. Over here is a giant NPC, well, villager complex. This has 3 floors of NPC stuff. Mostly only the player can actually move to the next floor, other than the top floor, of course, but there's not really much point. There's a giant farm over here, and over here, and over here we have a a giant entrance area where only the player can interact with. This is where you can trade and all that stuff. I think I have a bunch of traded stuff and all that. Yeah. And over here is the structure block for it, I think, to be saved. Yeah, the only way of entering in is if you go here and you right-click the sign, and you'll be able to go here, and then this will teleport you above here. That's it. I think at one point I was trying to design a bamboo farm, and I think that this is exactly what I got my design to being. Over here, above the sky, I forgot about this. I didn't remember this at all. My response, there you go. This right here is actually more of a ingenuity masterpiece in my eyes kind of thing. Probably not in everybody else's eyes. Yeah. So this is a mob spawner, not your traditional one where you would end up like using things to stop the spawning. No, I had a spawner system built up here specifically for the fact that you can spawn anything up here, it'll drop and it will die specifically. Now the one problem was that they would get stuck on an area and they won't actually die. So what I tried to do is I tried to make sure that they would get stuck onto this hopper kind of thing, and they would get stuck on here where they can't get out, and you would just be able to hit them. And I think I stuck with that for a little bit, and as you can see, I still have stuff in here that I can collect. But that's it. So that's pretty much this area in a nutshell. Like I pretty much surrounded this entire area with sweet berry bushes, as you can clearly see. And yeah, so let's go to other locations. So let's go to where I originally settled shop at. So /TP -890. Whatever height, we'll go with 100. Oh, can't do that apparently. Can't use numlock. 626. Yep. So this is where I originally nestled at. We're using Sercacraft. I think I generated it, I think around, I think I put the structure block here and had like above here kind of thing. So this was where I was testing everything. I forget if 1.14 was when bamboo came out. I could be wrong, but I think that it is the version that came out. I was lucky to have a friend that gave me a single thing of it, and then I pretty much just made a small platform for it to actually continue to like grow kind of thing and continue to expand. And I also designed this farmhouse to be pretty much what I would want. And this was before I think I found out that you can literally just put a slab on top of the water and it will be fine. So pretty much you'll see it like this kind of thing. And I think I had a small base over here, I think. Right? Or was this just a random... wait. Is this what I think it is? Cobblestone for something, and I think that this is exactly where I went to go get it. Where's the area I'm thinking of then? Was it down here? Ah, yes. This is a giant cave system that I'm stuck in. And I think I got turned around a couple times, especially during the abandoned mineshaft areas kind of thing. So that was that, and I think I also summoned a nether over here, because this was back when we were still deciding on changing versions. I think I had to go from the very bottom of this, or somewhere down here. You can see it right there, the nether portal that I pretty much came from. Yeah, I think version, I'll definitely switch it over. I'll definitely restart the computer. I apologize for this. I don't know what's going on. It's doing weird things and I have no idea what's going on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go turn off Discord for a second. I want to see if it's Discord having the issue. Discord, quit Discord. There you go. Okay. See if it's... I don't know. I'm trying to remove everything that's not needed. Because I shouldn't be experiencing this problem at all. But for some reason, I am. And that's not helping me at all. So let's see here. Okay, so we're going to go to 50... Oh, that's not the area. Because that's not what I should be clicking. Because it's not going to recognize numlock. Even though I love using the numpad. It's not working. Maybe numlock's not on. I don't know. Oh, it will accept it. I just didn't have it on for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so this was the area where we technically generated from, because I always got lost trying to find this area again. So pretty much, I never actually tried to leave it as much as possible. But if somebody needed something within, let's say, my base, I sort of had to literally trek all the way over there. Now, this area was very secluded. I don't think there was anybody ever nestled towards me here. The only reason why that I left this area was because I had gas tiers and somebody wanted to buy them. It was one of my friend's friend kind of thing. And he said that he was going to take it by force because, I don't know why. He said he was going to steal from it. And this was before we were being very lenient with the rules kind of thing. And I think that he tried to come over here. I was at work, I think, at this time. And I think that he said he was like at 5,000, negative 5,000 kind of thing. And like he was getting close to it. And so when I got home, I quickly removed... and this was back when I had my ship moving service kind of book kind of thing. And I just plopped something in to, I think, remove the entire ship, use the thing... And then I quickly went all the way towards that direction, which is towards the 500,000, negative 500,000 area, and just quickly left as fast as possible. So by the time we got here, there was nothing left. But there actually is a few things here. So this was my original attempt at a giant cow farm. It didn't get to see the numbers that I wanted to see before I had to quickly leave it. Sorry, I don't have my headphones plugged in. I didn't realize it would be pretty... And I think it was... Yeah, over here. Or just over here. I know something that'll stress the recording out. And then that will definitely... over here was a base area kind of thing. Where I decided to have a little outpost base over here. I think I have multiple different things that ended up happening over here. Yeah, because this was the original sort of auto smelter kind of things that you would go on a ladder and you would crouch and you'd be able to interact with the chests up here, or you can even do it from, I think, on the ground kind of thing. You can just do it from a distance and just do the same thing. And what it would do is it would send it to an individual, like a furnace kind of thing. And then what it would do is they would all output. Or no, sorry, you would do it on the center ones, and then the outer ones you'd send coal. And what would happen is that it would send it over to these two furnaces, and then it would output towards this chest, and then you would have an outputted thing. I was really proud of that design, and yeah, I sort of had to abandon that. So that's pretty much everything there. Alright. And I think that's everything that ended up happening in 1.14. I don't remember where everybody else was nestled at, because I wasn't really too paying attention towards that whole sort of thing. So now we're getting onward to the secondary thing, where I wanted to show you guys something very incredible, and this will probably crash everything. Knowing my luck, because we're lagging a lot, but you know what? Who really cares? I feel very ballsy today, so let's go do it. So last session I said that I was going to try and attempt to make a cannon on screen and do it, but I didn't know exactly how to do it. So I went back to a video that I saw that originally had a laser-like system, and I found that there was actually a world download attached to it. So I downloaded the world, and the guy used a bunch of scoreboards to actually end up filling all of these codes. And I was like, well, that's not what I want to do at all, because that's going to be like a lot of work just for a simple cannon. I don't want to do that. So I found out that you can do something similar with guest fireballs. And I thought, that's incredible. So I decided to sort of just tweak it the way that I wanted it to do, and I somehow came up with this mess. I may have to turn it. Has it been turned off? It has been turned off. I did turn it off. So I came up with this right over here. So if you do not know, this last session of Sercacraft, I did say this. I wanted to create a viable cannon. Now, unfortunately, while the cannon is active, it does do a lot of damage, so it does decide to destroy a lot of things out here. But pretty much here's the gist. So if I were to actually use this is because it's commanded to command blocks and not actually command signs, which is what the server will actually end up having, not this design. Don't get me wrong. It will not have this design because it looks actually pretty bad, but it will actually have command signs that do the exact same thing, kind of thing. Well, you'll be able to summon them. And if I were to just click this redstone dust right here, wow, I'm actually having perfect frames. What the heck is going on here? As soon as I click this, why aren't you working? Oh, I think I turned you off. Yeah, always active. There you go. Oh, OBS can't handle it. It's saying encoding over. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. Is there actually something I can do to actually be able to load it? Or can it just not handle it? Okay, let's turn it off on my end for this part. Is it still using GPU? Oh my god, it is! Wow, I have no idea. That's interesting. Okay. I'm actually very, very surprised. Oh my god, that's actually amazing. And if you're seeing this right now, don't worry. It's lagging. Like, it's barely popping in for me as well. So, yeah. That's why I have this turned off for the most part. And the cool thing about it is that I'm going to stop moving here. My hands are off the keyboard. It actually pushes back mobs. And it's very difficult to actually kill someone. The cannon. I kept trying to go from... Oh, we can turn this off now. Yeah, we can turn that off now. I kept trying to be able to get up here. Okay? I kept trying to be able to get up here and jump right on the explosion, and it kept making me like pretend jumping kind of thing. Like, it kept making me like do something like this, where it kept making me jump, and then it would just make me fall to the side and then boot me to the side like nothing else happened. I did it in survival and it kept doing that. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Okay, let's turn this always active and we'll see if we can recreate that. I did it in survival and it wouldn't kill me at all. It would just keep me alive for some reason. It does a lot because it is repeating it really quickly. Okay, let's go and we'll do it again. See, I'm hovering over it. Do I have... No, I don't have jump boost on. That's kind of interesting. Then in creative mode, it boosts you higher than anything. See, that's not exactly what happened when I was doing it in survival. Maybe survival is a different sort of condition for that kind of stuff. I don't know. But that's interesting. There you go. So I already have these booted into command signs. This is the way that I spawned them in. And this is the barrel that we will be using to add them onto the Sercacraft server. And I think these were the commands that I used. So I think this one is the, I want to say the left one. So this is exactly what the command I used. So I slash summoned a fireball at the position of where the cannon is actually supposed to be. And I have its explosion power being at, I think, around 10, which I think is very modest. Its motion is to propel it forward at, I think, a reasonable rate, or reasonable thing. And power, because apparently the website also said that you might want to put power on it. So I decided to put power as well, but I didn't decide to make it too big. And then the other one is just pretty much the same thing, except for the thing is different because of the fact that one's on the negative axis and the other one's on the positive axis. So I decided to just change that. And yeah, this is what happens whenever you go unchecked. It starts ripping itself apart rather than keeping itself together. I think this is the area where I showed off like exactly like the origins of it. I cannot for the life of me find out where the original location where I actually, or the original file where I got this from. I'm still looking for it because it's bothering me, but I'll definitely find it. So yeah, so we don't have to worry about that. I already have it saved on one of my hotbars. I think it's under 3 or 2, something like that. We'll find out. I think it might be under 3. 3. Yep, it's under 3. So I have that saved already. So pretty much, let's make sure that, say it's like Control 3, I think? Or what is it? It's X3. It's X3, that's right. It's X3, it's not actually anything. So I think I have it so it's actually being like this. So pretty much you can go from... There you go. And you right-click the sign. And pretty much I tried to make sure that it is as perfect that it's hitting from this block or the center of this block as much as possible. And the way that I actually achieved that, because if you go with a straight number like 1, 2, or 3 kind of thing, it doesn't look like it's hitting that block. It looks like it's hitting just above it. But if we were to go and look at the code... Oh, these are old ones. No, that's the old one. No, where's the new one? Where's the new one? It should be here then. Yeah. So you see, I have it as 2.5. Because if we were to look at it in third person, you would see that it would actually end up hitting the center of the block here. I was able to look at this during creative mode when I changed the command blocks up here to actually be that. It actually, it's still slightly above, like it's like about here-ish, but it looks a lot more center, which is pretty much what I wanted it to be in the first place. So I decided that, you know what, that's enough. That's more than what I wanted it to happen, so yeah. So now to turn on the Sercacraft server. And we'll see if it's just something weird going on here. Because even here I'm fine with... Well, now my CPU is going to be intensive because it's trying to boot up the server, so... Look at that, it took 7 seconds. Dang, dude. Yeah, you'll always see this. I was having fun testing around with colors. Okay. So I think last time we did say that we were going to try something. So I'm going to go and... Yeah, the person that wants the Gilded Blackstone is going to try and come by. I think it was next week because he doesn't have enough of a chance to actually come online to be able to pass through it. So we're going to go X3. I've already paid my dues for it, so we're all good in the hood. So Yeah, we're all good. So it's already been paid for. I just needed to actually go and build it. Just needed to go build the command. That's it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, in Sercacraft, we're allowed to actually have command signs in the server. That's not the rulebook. Thought it was. I think it's a Razabase that have both of them on display. So if we go over to here, we're allowed to buy them for 24 emerald blocks. I've already paid for this. I had a bunch of emerald lying around somewhere, or in my, what did I call it? I call it a wallet box. No, where is it? Right here. In my Zawality, yeah, that's what I named it. A bunch of these, I had a bunch of blocks of emerald there, so I decided to just go buy 2 of them and called it a day. Now the thing is that I need to make sure that these are in the right area, I think. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Yo, that's amazing. Oh my god, that's 2 fireballs, by the way. That's 2 of them. That's a lot of destruction. And if you saw for the other world, it can't chunk a 5x5 area, or 5x5, I think, or a 5 block thick area if it constantly regenerates. But it can chunk through that thing like nothing. I think I originally had it at I think 50 blocks thick, I think, and it barely even dented it. And I was actually very, very surprised. Now I'm trying to remember everything else that I think I think I kept messing up the area where it would actually be able to mess up the redstone blocks kind of thing, and it was really weird. So what I was doing is that I had the redstone kind of contained in a, I'm not going to actually use the blocks, but I'm actually just going to show off what I did. So pretty much what I ended up doing was that I covered the redstone with like a cone shape like this, sort of like a pipeline kind of thing. And I had it like this, where the redstone inside was actually repeaters. And it would actually go all the way throughout where the command, or where my button was to actually like start it up. So I could actually see it chunking through a giant chunk of dirt kind of thing, because I wanted to see it in full value kind of thing. I wanted to see it in action. And yeah, it kept replacing the redstone blocks inside. Like the redstone repeaters and stuff. It would change them into fire, and I was really confused, and I didn't understand how that was possible. Oh, and another reason why I wanted it to be here, so for some reason I got the Y coordinates wrong for the thing, because I kept thinking that it was on this layer rather than this layer. So I kept having it go below here, and I couldn't figure out why, so I changed it above, and it got towards this layer, which I thought was pretty cool. But then it kept going like above here, and it would actually, if you were to get in front of the area, it would blow itself up. And I don't think that there's actually a command that actually makes it ignore players. So you just gotta make sure that you're careful with it. There you go, I can have a demolition crew. Uh-oh. They missed its target. I better go and save it. Come on. I have a bad feeling about this. What happened in the creative mode world is that if it missed its target, yeah, it would bounce right back. And I sent a bunch, so I don't know if they're all gonna head back or not. Where did that one land? If anybody actually knows a command to prevent that, I would love to know. Because I don't want that to happen. Because I think what kept happening is that it kept bouncing back, and it was so close to Voracle that I was actually scared to even want to use this command. But how the heck did you get in here? Oh, if you guys are wondering why the game is quieter, it's because I was testing around with the cannon, and I did not want it to, like... I think the cannon was even giving me a headache at one point, because I had it on, like, full blast. And I even, like, left the cannon on while I was gone for about, like, 10 minutes, give or take. And so all you could hear is like the explosion just constantly happening, which was funny. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have a obsidian sort of splash shield over here. I'm just going to spawn it and create a boat. It's not that big of a deal. And I also did say that I was going to try and do my admin duties on screen, so let's go do that as well after this. I just want to make sure that nothing else gets too terribly destroyed. So we'll just go that tall, we'll go over here. So I figured that there's also a thing I can do with wither skulls, but I don't know the full length of that. And also I don't know exactly which, like, how they would look. I was perfectly fine with gas fireballs. If you did not know, it's also pretty much flame charges. So I was fine with that. I was already sort of wanting to use something similar to that. I think there was also a way you can make arrows be used as TNT. The problem is that I don't know if it will only convert that arrow into TNT and not actually have it to be able to be used everywhere else. Because I think you actually had, in order for that to work, you had to have a repeating redstone block, or like a command block on a repeater kind of thing, on a repeating system. And I did not want that at all, so I didn't want it to, so although whenever you're near vertical, you get like a passive kind of thing where it's like, every arrow you shoot is now explosive. It's like, great! That's not what we want at all. So I think that should be fine for a blast wall. That block is dead. So we'll try it out. We'll try one shot each. And then we'll go into the single player version of this map, and then we'll try and wipe up the arena. We'll sort of Thanos snap it out of existence. There we go. Let's try the vertical cannons. Alright, let's say the enemy is in that fortress. We're going to try and blast right through that wall. Did it damage anything? I think it just set everything on fire. And that block is gone. Yeah. The wall may be too tall, but that's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. Let's try again. Let's try the other side. Let's see if he'll... Oh, it's setting the other one. It's setting my arena on fire. Oh, it actually blew it up. Huh. I thought the arena might be actually kind of safe. Or if not, it would shoot from the cannon, like sort of do something like this, where it would like peer right through here kind of thing, and then shoot the wall. But I guess not. I may have to relocate this. Who knows? But that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's go do the arena wiping area. Because that's pretty much where I need to pretty much devote some of my focus being. Okay. Let's try and find... Okay, I'm gonna go and do this. Do this. I don't know if I explained these, but I'm just gonna wait till I make that vertical video kind of thing, or some mod, and just do that. Okay. So actually, I should probably go to that area then. So /TP at P 100, 100, and 100. It's the simplest command. Like it's the simplest not command, but it's the simplest numbers to know exactly where I need to go. So we're gonna try and blip this out of the world kind of thing. So when somebody else joins in on the world kind of thing, they're not going to see this monstrosity. This is only supposed to be in existence whenever somebody actually does need the arena. I just want to make sure that I have it saved in here, though. There you go. Yeah, now it's showing up command blocks. Okay. There you go. Okay. So now that that's all done and over with, so we did put in a button over, or we did put a command block in here that is empty. We're going to be filling that. Now, of course, I'm going to disconnect from the server. We're going to go into my Revit-based world, which is not actually Revit-based anymore. It's now just Rasa-based, but I'm just too lazy into figuring out. Actually, I want to try this pause recording button, and I'm going to be right back if it actually does what I think it does. Oh, right, so if that actually did do exactly what I wanted it to do, you've seen me from my Revit-based world over to here perfectly fine. I'll have to check the I'll have to edit it and see how well it works. If it doesn't do what I think it should do, then, well, I'm sorry. Why am I lagging on single player? I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so pretty much what I just did off screen is I went down to one of my other Rasa bases and pretty much grabbed a command block that has the command that pretty much blips it out of nowhere. So pretty much what we need to do is we need to make sure that it grabs a corner block specifically from this location that is under. Okay, we need to make sure that it is going straight for this corner block right here. So we need to make sure that it goes from this. Oh, actually, I shouldn't use dirt, or I shouldn't use sand. I should use dirt. It's a better example. So if you've ever used like MC Edit kind of thing, we need to make sure it's exactly the same way that you would end up using it. So we need to make sure that it goes from one corner to another. So we need to make sure that it goes from that corner all the way over to that corner. So we need to make sure that as soon as we click on a button and specifically click it and it removes from here to here, and what I usually like to do is I usually like to do something like this. I usually like to put a block to the side, block to the side. And this is actually going to be much easier than what I did with Rasa-based, because Rasa-based actually had to freaking leave and find out exactly how it worked. And there you go. So now pretty much whenever we actually do go inside of the actual like arena kind of thing, we're going to see that. So I'm actually going to, just in case it actually does destroy it, I'm going to go from the bottom. I'm going to, of course, I went towards the one area that actually is covered. Let's go towards the one area that's I know is not covered, and then we'll go and save the arena through here. I don't know if this world has the arena saved, but just in case, we will save it. We'll TP out, and that should be fine. Okay. So now we need to make sure that we go from here to here. So the way that we do that is we grab what this location is relative to the area. So what we are looking at right here, I'm going to screenshot it so I can actually show it off later. So what we're looking at here is that we are facing a block. This block's coordinates should be, yeah, it should be right about here. So the targeted block is right here. Okay, sorry. I'm going to take another picture just in case I actually hit the obsidian instead. So what we're trying to get is we're trying to get this exact area. Okay? We're trying to get this exact coordinates data, and we're trying to get towards this exact coordinates data. So we're going to click on F3, or not F3, sorry. Click F2 so we can get it, and there you go. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that we set the first point to exactly where we want it to go. So we need to go take, so I'm going to go take a look at the screenshot kind of thing. This is another, it's another good way of actually looking at it, is to grab screenshots of where you actually need to look at and take a look at it as a whole. Please tell me you made 2. Excellent. Okay, so now I can judge between the 2. So we need to go -5. Because the difference between the 2 is -5. So which means -5 should technically do it. The height is -3. And the other thing is, let's see here, -5 again. Okay. So there we go. So that is the difference between where this command block is located and where we need the first point to be at. Now we can get rid of the command block image. We don't need it anymore. Now what we need to do is we need to find out the difference between this... Sorry. I'll actually... Did it save it? Yeah, I did. Okay. We need to find out the difference between this location. Sorry about that. We need to find out the difference between this location right here and the difference between this location over here. So we're going to go back to this. And we're going to go back over here. And we're going to go back over here. This needed to be done anyway. I wanted to do it off screen, but I did say that I was going to do it on screen so I can show you guys exactly what I do pretty much off screen. So let's see here. So we need it to go from -5 to +20. So we're going to go and change the 9 to, I think it's 25, I think is what we needed to do, because we wanted to move that many blocks. So the difference between 64 and 84 is 20, so we'll just change that to 20. So we don't need it to be 40, we need it to be, so the original command area is, actually I'm looking at the wrong area, never mind, it's actually 24, 19, or no, wait. Wait, it's negative. It's a -12 to that. Actually, it's actually 31. Okay, so we're heading. Okay, let me try and wrap my brain around this again, because I'm confusing myself now. So I need to go from a negative value to a positive. So I need to make sure that the positive is higher than a negative to account for that. So -12 needs to go up to 19. So it needs to be a +31. It's way too early for this. I literally just got up. Okay. So you need to go from 6. Yes, I was originally correct. It was 20. Now the last one, we need to go from -100 to 69. Nice. That would be 31. Done. Okay. So now, if my math is indeed correct, which it might not be, we should see the dirt corners disappear. But we should see these bedrock blocks still at their relative location. Actually, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to actually add one here. And add one to the top, so I know that it exactly removes everything it needs to. But the top really doesn't really matter. It's more so just for future locations kind of thing. So let's try and find out if it actually does work. So we're gonna right click. Okay. What? The specified area is too big. How is it too big? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, give me a second here. How big is the arena, first of all? Let's see. How big is the arena? Because the arena... $32, $21, $32. Let's bust out the calculator. Because on... Oops, the times button is actually my stop record button. Shouldn't probably do that anymore. Let's see here. And of course, I have it on the numpad one, so it's out of the way. Let's go 32 again. What? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. So according to my calculator, the structure size of arena is 21,000. That doesn't make any sense. So why is it telling me that the structure is too big? It shouldn't. It should be telling me that it should... Did I do it wrong? Am I actually supposed to put the... No, because the tilde here... Wait, is it supposed to be from the original area? Not from this? Let's try that. Let's try from the original area to this. Maybe that's why it's actually giving me an error here. Because I don't remember that actually being a thing. Okay, let's see here. I don't remember that being a thing. Which is what's confusing me the most. 31, so that would be 36 then. No, 36 game. Jeez. Man, I definitely know I clicked that. Okay. So we have... Oh, it is way too early for this. Can I have this save the results? Or can I just load another calculator? I can load another calculator. Excellent. Because I am... It's too early for this. 83 is restricted by 66. I think it's like 17. Yeah, 17. Okay. Oops. I wasn't on Minecraft for that. Okay, so now they're both relative to the command block. Oh. Well, I was not expecting that. Huh. Huh. So maybe it's 31, 21, 31, but then that doesn't make any sense. So the thing is that it's the top gone. Yeah, so everything else is gone. Like, it's not like it left a mark. It's more so that it chunked the land as it went. Okay. So let's try that again. -5, -3, -5. Okay. Then it was what? 26, 17, 36. 26, 17, oh, well, 31. Because how far did it chunk in? It did chunk in 5 more than it did, right? It looks a lot like it. Okay. So let's grab this. I don't know if I have an extra one of these. I may have to try it on the server. Who knows? Either that or I can just recreate it from the images that I can see here. But I think I'd rather just do it on a server for now. So I'm just gonna wipe this area, do this. Maybe I have an extra one. No, I don't have one here. Do I have an extra one in my saves folder? That could be a thing. I do keep backups. Nope, not on here. I might have it in my USB here, so let's go try that. So we don't have to worry about it spawning back in the structure at all, because we don't need it. Because we don't need to worry about that. We just need to worry about it removing it from the surface entirely, kind of thing. Okay, hopefully this Sercacraft is the one that I'm thinking of. I think it is, because it's a pretty big file. And if I remember correctly, Sercacraft is actually a pretty big file. Yeah. 1.5 gigs. Oh my god. And that's like not even the new one. That's like an old one. It's probably bigger than that. Actually, I could go check, actually. I have it on the server, so I could be able to... Yeah, because now that I can actually feckin' check it. So we originally had it on a free service. Actually, it's shorter. Wow, that's interesting. So we originally had it on a free service that I would definitely recommend it if you're just joining it with friends, kind of thing. And your friends like don't mind informing you that they want to go on, kind of thing. But if you want something that's, and if you're on a system or you have a router or something like that that doesn't allow for a thing called open ports, kind of thing, I definitely do recommend their service at the very least, because it's better than nothing, kind of thing. But if you want to specifically have a server that is dedicated to just be helpful for you and your friends, kind of thing, I do not recommend it at all. I recommend just being able to attach it to your PC, kind of thing, and just slap it there and call it a day. Because they have a crap service in a way. So, oh, it's an older, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It still says 1.16.1. That's not the part I care about that much. Oh, that's this? Okay. Oh, that's right. I freaking hate that. Are you kidding me? Well, great. This one doesn't allow commands. That's fine. On my USB, I actually have something that can do it. You should have... Yeah, NPT Explorer. There we go. Oh, this thing's a lifesaver so far. Allow commands, yes. No, don't open a new folder. I meant to click save, but open folder's right next to it. There you go. Okay. There we go. /TP P100 100 100. This, I think, should have the arena. X3. There we go. Yes, okay. So it chunked 5 blocks in before. So let's see if this is fine then. Because we changed it. So we're going to do the same exact thing again. We're going to go with these blocks over here. Here. I go for more noticeable blocks. I think when I used what I did for Raza base is I think I used polished granite because it was a block that I know I didn't use on the outside of buildings, so I knew for a fact that if it was still there, I knew that it did exactly what it needed to do. So what we're looking for... Oh, hey, Phantom's okay. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. What is going on here? It didn't have the changes. How? How did it not have the changes that we needed? That doesn't make any sense. That's why it looks like a Raza base. Oh my god. Okay. So it was -5, -3, and -5 again. Then this one was 31, I think. Do I have the recording? I don't remember what it was. That's why I record things. And I'm gonna go and end up muting it if I can. Alright, we are back. Oh, there we go. That was pretty loud. There you go, muted. Okay. So we did 31, 21, 31. Then it... Oh, it would be under this clip. It wouldn't be under the next clip. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording real quick. And then I'm going to restart it real quick. There we go. Okay, so now I should be able to see that clip again. Give me the commands here. Okay. So we tried that. No, I couldn't click the thing in time. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. So we have 26, 17, and 31 done. This didn't do exactly what I wanted. -3. There we go. C3. Save and quit the title. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab that Sercacraft world again. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go, and I don't think I need to change level.dat, I think. I don't think I need to. I mostly just need to find the region files that I recently changed. And then just delete them. Yeah, I don't think I need to change anything else. I think I just needed to do that. Oh yeah, that's right. I needed to delete those. Let's see here. Anything else I need to delete before I try and chunk it all back in? And I might as well try and see if I can delete these as well. Okay. Paste. There you go. So this should be really done, because I'm just going to end up telling it to ignore things. Yeah, so there we go. Oh, skip these files. There we go. So we're just going to skip it from about 7 minutes to about 2 seconds, pretty much. And now we should be fine. Now when we go back to the world, it should be as it should be. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to switch the time back to like day or something like that. Okay. X3. Going to do specifically that. Now before we click it, let's find out if it actually says exactly what we wanted. Okay. So we want to test out this one specifically. Okay, before we right click, I'm going to use what I said I was going to use. I'm going to use polished granite. I'm just going to splosh it onto this like building right here. Because it's very noticeable. So the reason why that I'm not going to actually put it on the bottom, which is what I would normally do, is because the bottom is more noticeable because it's water, and because the water will try and flow in anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Plus, the island is above this block right here. So as long as we get like exactly from this bottom block itself, we should be fine. So now let's try it. Oh my god, it's still doing it? Oh, it's slightly better. So we got the top and the front area done. So we literally just need to move it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Okay. That's better than nothing. So let's go try and port this to 26 then. And that should be fine. Then that's exactly all we need to do then. C3, so we can save it. Then we'll do the exact same things as we did before. So this will be the boring part, but then again, I thought that this would be kind of interesting because we get to sort of do a lot of command blocks and all that such would be a lot of fun. But now I'm just regretting it. But why am I still doing it? Yeah, it's still fun. I love working with command blocks. It's a lot of fun working with command blocks. It's also kind of interesting too because I thought that command blocks would be much more difficult to work with. They're actually not that much. They're actually pretty decent. Okay, I need to go back into the Sercacraft folder. I might as well just only add the 2 locations that I have been mostly just tinkering around with, just to make it easier for me. So it takes even less time for it to say, hey, we need to add these stuff again. Oh my god, between those 2 folders, pretty much the entire capacity of it. So I've been pretty much replacing this folder called POI and the region folders. That's the ones I've been messing around with, trying to remove whatever I did today kind of thing. So I know exactly what I've been doing and exactly know what I can actually take out. And that is exactly what I've been doing. So this should be, in theory, this should be the final one. Okay, I thought the polished granite would stay on the building. It's not. I guess it's because it's a part of a same chunk, I guess. I don't know. But it's fine. We'll just go wrap around. And if it's literally just the water that's only the problem, that's fine. We can work around that. That's just more of a Y thing. That's not like an X and Z thing. Okay. So we are going to try and go with this. We're going to go with... Actually, it should be the same thing, actually. Yep. It should be the same thing anyway. Okay. So now it shouldn't take over this... Shouldn't take out this land. What? Hang on a second. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Okay, so this actually needs to be 0. And this actually needs to be 36 then. So it is the Z coordinate. It's only the Z coordinate that we're having issues with. Everything else is fine. Because each and every time we keep messing around with the Z coordinate, the land gets chunked down. So let's try... Well, let's see. So we chunked 5 down, and it kept changing its system over here. So let's try this. This is going to be pretty much the last time I'm going to do it before I just start doing it off screen, because it's going to be a lot more easier to do it that way. Plus, it's, you know, it's much nicer to actually do it that way, because then nobody gets to suffer with me. I'll go with delete those ones, yep. And we'll go with delete these 2. There you go. Copy and then paste it again. I think the only thing I don't like is that the fact that this USB is really, really slow. So it takes a while for it to actually, like, detect that those files actually need to, well, not be in the folder, but detect that we're missing them. Skip these files. It's not going to take you 8 minutes to skip 1,000 files. It's going to take you 2 seconds, pretty much. There you go. Okay, so let's see if my theory is indeed correct. It probably isn't. So I'm not going to do the same border thing again. I'm just going to go head straight first into it and see if we're doing it right. Better. That's a lot better. So we're only hitting about maybe 3 or 4 blocks into the surface. So that's not that bad. I can actually work with that. Okay. I'm just going to delete these real quick, and I'm going to also delete the region files. I think the biggest ones, are my original location and my new location. They're the biggest region files there are. And they are rightfully so because of the level of destruction of both areas. Because my friend blew up my original area, which, if there's any editing at all to a region, it actually has to calculate it. So it originally knows what it's supposed to look like, which will be about 2 kilobytes, let's say. Just although it knows that there is like, what's a normal region file supposed to be at capacity? Around 16-20 kilobytes. That's a normal region file. If you put a lot of effort into a region, it'll go from like 6 megabytes pretty much. So if you put a lot of effort into it, you can definitely end up start hurting your system a little bit. Okay, so we need to have it stop hitting this area specifically. So we're on the right track. So we changed this from 5. And we got pretty decently far at it. So let's see here. So 1, 2, 3. So let's try Let's try -3, and we'll see where this goes. Now, I'm curious exactly how this is going to work. So let's try. I don't know how well it's going to work, so we'll find out. But the thing is that when I looked at screenshots, those numbers should have actually worked. I think they're both relative to this, which I think is the one thing I forgot about. So it's not 3. Not -3 then. It's actually 3. Because -3 made it go farther inward. Yeah, it did. So, okay, so it's actually... So it's actually -3. Okay. Hopefully this is the last time. I definitely don't want to do this again. I definitely don't want to do this again. I'm glad that this is just going to be the one and only thing that I'm going to do. And then off screen I'm going to find a better, reasonable system of doing it. Like I'm actually going to have, I think, a sort of entrance to the area sort of attached to the arena. So that you just get on the arena through that system and just do that. And I'll change the teleport out of it towards that area. But I'll do that off screen. So you guys don't get to suffer, but you actually get to see what I get to do off screen. So that's actually pretty cool. And if you guys want to see more of this stuff, I don't mind doing it because, like, as I said, I love doing this, just calculating and trying to figure out exactly what's going on. This is where I thrive. I am a troubleshooter. This is exactly what happens. And me waking up pretty early, even though it's pretty late in the day, but still, like, it's pretty early for me because, like, I literally just got up. I literally got up, like, I think at the start of the recording, I think I got up like an hour ago, just trying to finish all the stuff that I wanted to get done beforehand and just start recording. I think, I'm trying to remember how long it took me to get the cannons to work. I think it took me about 3 hours, I think, to get it done. Well, that's also including research as well, trying to get the research for it to get done as well. I was just watching that YouTube video, and not just watching the YouTube video, but trying to watch different YouTube videos on different ways that I could have done it, kind of thing. I think somebody was showing off how to use the wither gas, like, to do it, and I think somebody was also showing off that you can actually change the gas explosion radius. What the heck is going on here? I thought we had it down. No. Nope. And no. Okay, so for some reason... Okay. Heading into the positive... We're heading towards the negative z-axis. Okay. So maybe it's not this we're affecting, maybe it's this we're affecting. So we need to make sure that it only affects so we'll keep it at -3 because -3 seems like it's a lucky number so far because I don't see any other issues with this area except for that it keeps going past this point, so it keeps breaking this. So you need to make sure that it's going to here instead of here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So wait, is that actually 6? Or am I counting faster than what I actually should be? It is 6, okay. So let's change this to 30. hope this works. Oh my god, this is the fun part. This is the fun command block part that I was talking about. Isn't this fun? It's fun for me. Trying to find this out. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the boring session if not, because I didn't have anything planned for today. I only had this, and to show off that I got the cannons to do something. I also did the same thing for Razabase as well. The only thing is that Razabase is gonna have to be different. Because I think its cannons are, I think, higher, I think. And also I don't have a location for them, so. You know, so you won't actually see the explosion itself. So that's another thing that's gonna be weird about it. Yeah, because I think Razabase has, I think, 2 cannons in the front, or 3 or something like that. I don't know. I could definitely show off different versions of Razabase, because Razabase only has, I think, 2 versions. One that I originally didn't like, and one that I liked it enough, but it also looked kind of goofy in its own little way. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's go up here. So I need to make sure that it's actually the right command block and not actually the wrong one. Okay. Please. What are you doing? Okay, the lower that we go for that, the more it doesn't actually destroy the right areas. So how close are we away from the thing? We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are 6. Okay. So this has to be 36 then. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. So relative to you from here, what was it? What is it actually supposed to be? So this is -5. But we have -3 here, and it keeps still chunking it. No, I'm an idiot. I looked at it opposite. It's actually 5. It was user error. Okay. It was a person who can't freaking count in the morning when he just gets up. That's all it was. Okay. Now it should work. Oh my god. Oh, this is not going to be good. This is like the worst session possible. I get to show off how bad at math I am all of a sudden. Wow, and the funny thing is that in high school it was actually my favorite subject, so I'm really showing it. Oh my god. Yeah, so what I originally saw, I'll tell you guys why I saw it. So the original location is -7, 66, -105. Alright, so when I looked at the, oh, I still had those opened up. Oh, this is great. But when I opened up, what's it called, the other location. Oh, that's why I can't find the screenshots, because I loaded up the world, that's right. But when I loaded up the other image, I saw -12, 63, -100. But I kept flipping the 100 and the 105 to the opposite areas. So that's why we kept hitting the island. And I couldn't understand why. So now it should be good. So I'm going to use this as the basis for both the bottom and the top, or this face. I'm going to use this and this, and we're going to go with this and this. Okay. Now, in theory, this should work. I think it took a top one by accident, but that's fine. We can check. We can double check that at the very least. Oh, that's right. I didn't save it on this version. That's fine. I can see if this world has one. No, it doesn't have one. I can just grab it from the server. I think that's not that bad. That's not that big of a deal. Open file location, since I have the folder hidden. It just makes the server drive just better looking. Arena copy. Do I have... Yeah, I do have the screenshots. Okay, so I don't need screenshots anymore. We can get rid of that. So now we just need to fix the Y, which is fine. I can work with the Y. It's the Z coordinate that I couldn't understand what was going on with that. We need Sercacraft. It may ask me to restart the world. By that I mean like log out, log back in kind of thing. Okay, now that I have it in there. Okay, you will load it there. Awesome. I may have forgotten to put one. So now I know for a fact that I do have one up there. Confirmed. Okay, never mind. It's perfect. Got rid of it all. So we need to find out if any of the barrier blocks are still within it. Are still in the generation area. Nope. There you go. We have solved the piece. Amazing. Or pretty much what I might end up doing for this is I might just have a different structure block specifically for it. It was originally supposed to be like this. I don't know, some kind of kooky design like that. There you go. So there we go. That's it. So now we go back on the Sercacraft server. And now we... I didn't actually save the thing. Did I? Don't think so. So I'm going to go and flip it. But don't worry. It's fine because we still have this. And I can just control, double click, and then we go C3. Now we go to multiplayer, click on Sercacraft. Then we go with X3. Then we do this. Okay. And then we take that out. And we put this in. There you go. So everything is as it should be. Nothing else wrong with over here. Gonna go flip this off. There you go. There you go. I get to message everyone that's already onto the server saying that the arena has been officially removed. What an amazing time to be alive. And I want to check to see if I actually have this saved somewhere. I don't have this saved. I think I had to remove it so I can get rid of their service. Actually use their service. So I named it a Market Mall. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So their service had a way that you can actually download the world after you're done doing whatever kind of thing. But their thing used something. They used a freeware code kind of thing. So there's bound to be some kind of lag or some kind of mistake kind of deal, or I don't want to say mistake, but there's some kind of like limitation towards it kind of thing. So you can pretty much like sort of excuse it for a little while kind of thing, but later on you're going to be like, oh my god, we're not going to like it at all. So I originally got Sercacraft on that specific platform relatively easy. I had to put it within a zip file, and I had to, I think, remove a couple things, but I think it worked fine. Then I think I had to change it a little bit even more because it still wouldn't read Sercacraft as a whole. Yeah, we're in day 4,000. Wow, that's kind of amazing. We're still at day 4,000. I'm trying to remember everything else though about it. It would only be online, or it took about a minute to be turned online, which the fact that we changed from a minute startup to about how long did it take to start up now? Then again, I've had like, I think it's biased because, or this will be biased because of the fact that we had OBS running. It took us 6.391 seconds for it to spawn into it. Now, this could be because of two reasons. Actually, one, the server itself weighs about 1 gigabyte. Almost 2-ish, give or take. It's like 1.5. So, it's very biased on how snappy it is kind of thing right now. It is a part... So it has a long sort of span because it has two versions attached to it. It's a 1.15/a 1.16 world, which means that it's very big. And not only that, it also has data packs and structure blocks in it, just so though, like, you know, normal people that end up wanting their creations to be saved for later on, it's there. Another thing is that the reason why it's that snappy instead of taking, like, you know, 20 minutes or something like that, it's running on a solid state. It's running on of a Samsung 2050 gigabyte, I think, or 250. Sorry, not 2050. It's running off of a 2 terabyte SSD. No, it's running off of a 250 gigabyte SSD. This is pretty much where I'm going to stash all of the game servers, though, so it's not going to be just Minecraft. It's going to have also a Terraria server as soon as I find out how to freaking program that to actually end up working. I'm going to also have a Unturned server also attached to it, specifically just for, like, my friends kind of thing. And maybe I'll record it, who knows. But anything that has, like, sort of a server kind of thing, like if... other games you can have like a local LAN kind of server kind of thing, like Minecraft and Terraria kind of thing. I'll sort of maybe associate it to this like folder kind of thing, but right now I think that it's fine with just Minecraft. Like, I don't think that there's going to be much in the ways of we're gonna end up doing much series, to be honest, at the beginning. I would love to just do every game that I have on my Steam library that I currently have installed on my computer. I would just love to record them all, but I remember from different time that when I did that, I was overwhelmed, and I sort of pressured myself to always try and record things. So I think that one, we had around 7 series pretty much like constantly running kind of thing for content. And I think one of the problems that I saw was that I was really like, I don't want to say depressed. It wasn't that. It was more so that I was stressed that I'm like, okay, what do I need to do now? I need to do some Minecraft because I'm all out of videos for it. And then I did some Minecraft and I'm like, okay, now what's next? I need some Oblivion, and I need some Skyrim, and I need some, whatever kind of thing. And I got stressed out because I needed to do all of them because I was running out. And this was back during, I think, 2018, I think. So this was a pretty decent long time ago, and I got stressed out so much that I ended up, trying to do as much as I can. and I ran into a lot of issues along the way, and I'm hoping that this channel will run into it. I so far have run into a few of them. I should probably upload the videos that need to go up today, right now as I'm going on, which means that we will be lagging even more. Yay. But it should be fine. I don't think that we'll have much issues. Let's see. Okay, let's go with, let's see here, YouTube Studio. Let's go and do that. I'm joking. I'm gonna wait till the thing is done, actually, to be fair. Let's see here. How long have we been recording for entirely? Because, I don't want to go too much longer. I want to just, you know, have... I'm always going to record about at least 6 videos, I think, for this, because I think that that'll be a nice touch. So let's see here. Combined total, we have... more than 6 videos. We have, I think, around... Okay, we'll have about 8. That's about a fair number, to be honest. Let's see here. So that will make it... Oh, calculating time is not what I want to do right now. So in about 14 minutes, we'll be about done. No, that's not that bad. So 14 minutes? Oh, yeah, that'll be more than enough time. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I think that there's something small that I could possibly do. I'm trying to think if there's actually anything I need to do other than that kind of thing. We could sort out that one chest that we had a bunch of stuff on from the last session, which I thought I was going to do at the end of the recording before I started this one kind of thing. That recording, I think, actually ended, I think, last week. I think at the time of recording, Pokemon Insurgents episode 20 just released yesterday. So you could probably put that into perspective of how much of content that I'm trying to bank as much as possible. The other thing that I ran into an issue a lot before was that when I was first starting out YouTube back in... Oh, I don't bloody remember. Let's see if I can at least find that channel again. Because this is actually my second attempt at it kind of thing. So I'm trying to change a lot of things, put more structure kind of thing towards everything. So I think that that's exactly what I want to do for now. Let's see here. YouTube Studio is probably going to tell me that because this is an old account. No. Okay, good. Let's go for the oldest one. It's probably going to have to go through a lot of videos. So what I originally tried to do, this was back when Let's Plays were still sort of prevalent. This was back when I think Let's Plays were sort of mostly liked kind of thing. I tried to keep towards a decent timing for it. I started in mid-2013. It's pretty much when I started doing YouTube for a channel that was of my creation. Me and a friend created a channel earlier than this, and we were pretty much doing very well for ourselves, I would like to say. So we were doing quite well. And yeah, I actually really do like it. And as I'm seeing it now, that I'm looking at all of like how I uploaded before, I'm actually crying because the way that I used to upload before was terrifyingly dumb, in my own opinion. So what I used to do in terms of uploading videos was that as soon as I'm done recording, put them into videos and directly upload them, no matter what. Just to get as much videos out there. Because the way that I thought was that if I had, let's say, 1,000 videos by day 3, it would be more likely for a lot of people to end up discovering the channel because there's a lot of videos. Yeah, no, I don't think that's how YouTube ends up working, unfortunately. The more videos you have, it doesn't actually govern how much people will actually discover your content. As unfortunate as that is, it's actually the truth. Oh, I still have the beginner pack. Whoops, that's my bad. I'll toss that in here with all my blocks of gold. Yay. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna go store these in this chest over here. That's what I meant by sorting. I'm just gonna throw them all in here for the most part. Yeah. So this is my second time doing YouTube. I'm doing it like smarter kind of thing. I'm not going to go do what I did before, which was pretty much just throw everything up. I'm trying to do banking videos, so at least I have content later on. So though, let's say tomorrow I want to take a break from recording in general. I did it yesterday. I didn't record anything yesterday, and all I did was upload, and I enjoyed it, to be honest. I was just enjoying playing a game, and I was like, you know what, I don't have the burden of actually needing to record something that day. And I felt good about it, because it's not that I don't want this channel to die kind of thing, where I don't want to like record or anything like that, but that channel died really. I tried to resurrect it twice, and it never panned out. So might as well just let it die now. It's sad. I didn't want to do it at all. Like I'm really emotional about that channel. It was the first one that was under sort of my name, and I was really happy about it. But it never really did kick off, if you will. Like, it never really took off. It took off, I think, a little bit when I started releasing a certain series kind of thing. That series got immediately straight up into like the most viewed video on my channel, which was very surprising because I didn't actually understand why it was doing so well. Because I think I was just randomly bantering, trying to find it was a Pokemon game pretty much, and it was I was trying to get a rare Pokemon kind of thing, and I was trying to and I was bantering on about it, and I think that video ended up doing very, very well. It's probably not the highest viewed now, but it was the highest viewed before. What are you doing? No, highest viewed top. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. It's not showing the right video for whatever reason. I have no idea what's going on here. Oh no, never mind. It's right up here. I'm just not good at anything. Yeah. So that video did about 3,000 views, I think, and I think it was the first video actually that reached 1,000 views for that channel, and I was really surprised by that because that series I put literally no effort. And the couple videos that I actually ended up doing a lot more effort with, and I think this one I had as the channel sort of like the first thing you find on the channel kind of thing, and I had it as that for at least a little bit, and it barely got any views kind of thing. It was a guide video, and that one barely kicked off at all, but this one, no advertising or anything like that, boom, skyrockets, and I'm just like, okay, that's interesting. Like, I didn't try and like boost this one to actually so that people would end up watching it. It's not that I didn't want people to watch it, it's more so that like I didn't want it to take the spotlight of everything, because I wanted a different series to sort of take off rather than that one, because the other one I put in a lot of effort and I think it was a part of a 3-parter series, I think, or something like that. Or no, I think it was it was a 2-thing series, I think. And I originally wanted it to kick off far better than the other ones, and that didn't actually end up working out, or that didn't pan out as much as I thought it would. So hooray. Actually, I should probably... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll keep it raining. It's fine. Nobody else is on. If somebody else was on, I'd definitely get rid of the rain. But I actually need the rain, so I can actually use Travel Trident. Sure, I'll grab all this. I'll grab all this. I'll grab all this. Sure, we'll just grab everything. Just give me everything. There we go. It's all good. And right now, the most viewed video is something I don't understand. It's in the middle of a series kind of thing. It's like a part 30 something, part 40 something, and it has like almost 10,000 views on it, and I'm still confused of how well it's doing, cause it's not that it shouldn't. Oh wait, that's not the barrel. That's not exactly what I wanted. Oh, that barrel is already full. Okay. And you have raw food, you have cooked food, and then you should be seeds. There should be seeds and just flora in general kind of thing, so you'll just have these saplings right here. No, not there. Right here. There you go. And I was really confused at how well it was doing, and a lot of the comments were... I don't even think that video has comments, does it? Oh, it does. Not a lot, though. And the one that it keeps getting... comments is certain videos and such like that, and I kept answering them as fast and frequent as possible, because I was a true believer of that kind of thing, where if you comment on a video kind of thing, you want an answer almost right away. And I was a firm believer that I needed to try and keep up appearances that way kind of thing. Even when there was a problem that I had and I couldn't really directly comment right away, I kept trying to do it as fast and as dedicated as I can. I think I can just store this pretty much anywhere. Oh yeah, you have cauldrons in there. I forgot. I thought I put barrels in there instead, but no, I put cauldrons in there. I gotta make sure that I don't accidentally tap it on something and then just start stripping it, because I'm gonna be really angry, because I do not like stripped wood at all in Minecraft. But yeah. But I kept commenting as much as possible. I kept trying to get as much of my friends to end up joining me on certain sort of like series as like Minecraft, and I think one of the Pokemon games I think had a co-op mode kind of thing. And I wanted to sort of just have a friend sort of join me on that kind of adventure and all that such shenanigans. And I had a lot of fun with trying to go around with those types of games. But again, this is where I understood this from of how different YouTubers kind of thing end up showing it off as, or kept telling their fans, I guess, about this, is that different people have different schedules. So... and a series that requires multiple people to actually be free is much more not time consuming, but more so like it gets hindered by the fact that if nobody actually ends up like entering that series again, like one series that I was under where I was wanted to do it with my friend, but people were still waiting for it to come out kind of deal, so I had to sort of roll a dice kind of thing and try and do it. Try and still record it without my friend kind of thing. It was a co-op game, but you can still do it like single player kind of thing, so it wasn't really too bad. And it sort of worked out. I ended up finishing that game kind of thing. Like, my friend was a little bit like, I don't want to say pissed off, but was more so just a little bit confused of why I continued it without him. And I said, well, because some people actually really want to see it. So... you know, I really wanted to end up doing it. So he was like, oh, okay then. Like, he wasn't too angry at it. He was just more so confused that I continued it without him. And when I told him that people wanted it, he went, oh, okay. I'm just gonna throw. I'm just gonna throw. I'll just throw the flowers in here for now. Why not? Not like it's that big of a deal anyway. Yay, the boring part of actually doing stuff. And I need to check to see if the time is exactly where I need it to be at. Then I'll do the rest off screen. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of extra seconds just so I can like pan down the runtime a little bit. Wait till it's about 48.5 minutes of this clip and then I'll just end it off. But yeah, but I pretty much like to end up doing that kind of stuff again, sort of more co-op games and such like that. The problem is that we both have two different schedules, and like he's pretty much off at night and I'm off in the morning, so it's sort of throwing us off kind of thing. So it's gonna be odd, but I can try and pitch at night kind of thing, but I don't know how well that's gonna work. Like, I haven't tried it yet, but I also am scared to try it as well because I really don't want to go through with it. Because if I end up wanting to record at night, then I'm never going to sleep again. Let's see here. Sure, I'll put the gilded blackstone right here. Why not? Doesn't really matter. And I'll just throw everything else on a barrel up here, I guess. You should be empty, right? No, you have materials, that's right. Oh, that's right, yeah, you have the compasses. Yeah, I'll probably change the way that everything is for now. I knew I had more than one. I always do that. There's always more than one. There's never, like, one. There's always more than one. Alright, so that is it for Sercacraft today. Tomorrow, I have no idea what we're going to do. We're probably going to maybe do some more building. Maybe Voracle will have a little bit of equipment change kind of thing. And by equipment change, I pretty much mean that every barrel will probably be in a different spot kind of thing. And yeah, so that's what we'll do next time.